We saw it behind a tree. Tall, thin, white. Long arms, long fingers, long legs. The body was unnaturally skinny, and it had no head. Nothing where a head should be. Just a smooth neck that ended in nothing. It stepped out from behind the tree. That's when the smell hit us. Rotten eggs and vomit mixed together. We ran. We didn't think. We just ran. When I looked back, it was standing there, facing the direction we were running, watching us leave, with no eyes, no face, no head. This happened in 2016 in Malvern, England. I was 19 years old, and I still don't know what I saw that night on the hills. I'm Alvin, and this is Common Ground Horror. Before I tell you what happened, I need to give you some context. This is my first time posting something like this, so I apologize if it's a bit rough. What I'm about to share is completely true. It happened to me in 2016 when I was 19 years old. I'd just started university in Worcester in the UK. And even now, 8 years later, I still get nightmares about it. I was visiting a place called Malvern. It's a small town on the edge of Worcestershire, about 25 to 30 minutes drive from where I was living. Malvern is known for two things: its big hills and its fresh spring water. It's a nice place, good for walks, popular with tourists and locals. The hills are called the Malvern Hills, and the highest point is called the Beacon. 5 of my friends came with me that day. Our plan was simple: drive to Malvern, hike up to the Beacon, and watch the sunset from the top. It was supposed to be a nice evening, something to break up the monotony of university life. We left Worcester in the late afternoon. The drive was easy. We were laughing, joking around, excited to get out of the city for a bit. When we got to Malvern, we decided to stop at a pub first. I think it was called the Chase Inn. We grabbed some food and drinks before heading up the hills. That's where we met the old man. He was sitting at the bar, older guy, maybe in his 60s or 70s. We got to talking with him, just casual conversations at first. Then he started telling us a story. He said that years ago, a student had gone up the Malvern Hills on Halloween night. According to him, the student got cursed for being up there after dark. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. I was too busy demolishing my chips. But I do remember one thing he said very clearly. He looked right at us and said, "Watch out for the evil things on the hill." My friends laughed it off. I didn't think much of it either. Looking back now, maybe I should have listened. We finished our food and headed toward the hills. It was a nice evening. Clear sky, good weather for a hike. But about halfway up, we realized we'd completely misjudged the time. The sun was already setting. We'd meant to be at the top before sunset, but we were running late. So we picked up the pace, rushing up the path. That's when my friend, I'll call him Tyler, tripped. He went down hard and rolled his ankle pretty badly. We stopped immediately and helped him over to a bench about 50 meters up the trail. He sat down, wincing in pain, testing his ankle. "You guys go on without me," he said. "I'll wait here. Just come back down this way when you're done." The rest of the group wanted to keep going, but I stayed behind with Tyler. I didn't feel right leaving him alone, especially with the sun going down. So the other 4 carried on to the top, and Tyler and I stayed on the bench. At that point, nothing weird had happened. Everything was normal. We sat there for a while, Tyler kept testing his ankle, trying to see if he could put some weight on it. I checked my phone a few times, but there was no signal up there. After about an hour, I started to wonder where the others were. They should have been back by now. Another hour passed. It was completely dark now. Tyler and I were getting worried. "They've been gone for over 2 hours," I said. Tyler nodded. "Yeah, that's way too long." He stood up carefully, testing his ankle again. "I think I can walk," he said. "Let's go find them." So we started up the rest of the path toward the beacon. It was slow going because of Tyler's ankle, but we made it. When we reached the top, it was completely empty. Not a single person. No sign of our friends. We tried calling them, but of course, no signal. We stood there for a minute, confused. "Where the hell did they go?" Tyler asked. I looked around. There were 2 ways down from the beacon. The way we'd come up, and another path down the opposite side of the hill. "They must have gone down the other side," I said. "We would have seen them if they'd come back down our way." Tyler agreed. So we started down the opposite side of the hill. About 5 minutes down that path, the atmosphere changed. Completely. It got darker, quieter, and it just felt wrong. The forest on that side of the hill was really dense. Thick trees, heavy undergrowth, and barely any moonlight getting through. Our phone torches were the only light we had. The only sound was the crunch of rocks and gravel under our feet. No wind, no birds, no rustling leaves. Nothing. I was genuinely terrified. It felt like a scene from a horror film. Like at any moment, someone was going to burst out of the trees with an axe. Tyler felt it too. I could tell by the way he kept looking around. We kept walking, slower now, both of us on edge. Eventually, we reached a point where the path split into 2 directions. We stopped. Still, no sound at all. No wind, no animals. Nothing. Just oppressive silence. And then, we saw it. Behind a tree about 20 feet away, there was something standing. Tall, thin, white. Its arms were long, too long. Its fingers were long, too long. Its legs were long and thin, almost like sticks. The body was unnaturally skinny, almost skeletal. And it had no head. Where a head should have been, there was nothing. Just a smooth neck that ended abruptly. No face, no eyes, no features. Nothing. We froze. Neither of us moved. Neither of us spoke. We just stared at it. It stepped out slightly from behind the tree. Slowly. Deliberately. Its movements were wrong. Too smooth. Too fluid. And that's when the smell hit us. This horrible, overpowering stench. Like rotten eggs and vomit mixed together. It was so strong, I almost gagged. The smell snapped us out of our shock. We just ran. I didn't even think. My body just moved. Tyler was right behind me, and somehow, despite his ankle, he kept up. We sprinted down that path as fast as we could, I glanced back once. It was still standing there, in the same spot. But now it was facing the direction we were running, like it was watching us leave, with no eyes, no head, but watching. We didn't stop running until we reached the bottom of the hill. We got to the train station, gasping for air, our hearts pounding. Tyler collapsed onto a bench. His ankle was swollen, badly. He could barely stand on it. Later, at the hospital, they told him it was fractured. But somehow, he'd run all the way down that hill on it. Adrenaline, I guess. We got back to our university halls that night, safe, but completely shaken. The next day, we finally got in touch with our other 4 friends. They'd made it back fine. They said they went down the same side we came up, and they never saw us on the bench. They swear they didn't see anything strange at the top of the beacon. No weird creatures. No strange smells. Nothing. Just a normal sunset and a normal walk down. But Tyler and I saw what we saw. I still don't know what it was. A part of me wants to believe it was just shadows, a trick of the light in the dark forest. Our minds playing tricks on us because we were scared and alone. But I can't explain the smell. I can't explain the way it moved. And I can't explain why Tyler, who had a fractured ankle, was able to run that fast when he saw it. Fear does strange things to people, I know. But I don't think fear explains everything that happened that night. Sometimes I think about that old man at the pub. The one who warned us to watch out for the evil things on the hill. Did he know? Had he seen something too? Or was it just a coincidence? I don't know. All I know is that I haven't been back to Malvern since, and I still have nightmares about it. About standing on that dark path. About seeing that thing step out from behind the tree. About the moment I realized it had no head. And about the smell. That horrible, unforgettable smell. If you ever visit the Malvern Hills, be careful. And if an old man in a pub warns you about evil things on the hill, maybe you should listen to him. If you've lived through a nightmare you can't explain, I want to hear it. Send your stories to commongroundhorror@gmail.com to be featured on the channel. This has been Alvin for Common Ground Horror. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.